By the way, I recommend you watch this video on 1.25 times the speed because I do talk a bit slow. So yeah, that's just a good recommendation. Hey guys, whoa here, and I'm gonna be analyzing the final for the World Cup, I guess, Season 8, and this is peak gameplay, by the way. This is top tier. Obviously, very talented teams, talented players going up against each other. But even the most top players make mistakes, believe it or not, despite them spending many hours on it. So we're going to be looking out for mistakes here, and hopefully you guys can learn from this as I will. 2 goals, that's enough to learn a lot from mistakes from. So let's just go on here. Right there, that's a mistake. Alright, so Goalkeeper. He goes out way too much, and nobody really pressures him, so you know, he just keeps pushing. And this is horrible, because the whole team, that entire team, let me get this out. Yeah, let me get out the epic pen. Check this out, right? The whole fucking team is basically playing to the goalkeeper's plan. So yeah, they're following this guy up as he moves up. And no, you don't want to be doing that, dude, because like, you're losing space to a goalkeeper. And it's basically the striker's job to pressure this guy. Like, there's no excuse to why he should just be waiting for him to take all of this space. Like, he got way past his box and made the whole team collapse back into their spot. I mean, they do have possession, but you gotta do whatever's possible to get that possession back. So that's definitely a striker mistake. That ends up making them lose space. Alright, another mistake here. He has the ball, right? He's charging up a shot because he sees this opportunity. But the reason why this opportunity was made was because this player gave this man space on purpose. But I know what some of you defenders might be thinking. It's sort of like the I'm gonna leave him space so he gets passed to, and then I can go after him. But that's not what you want to be doing, because what you're essentially doing is you're giving the enemy player space, essentially, and you'll eventually have to catch up to them, even if they do get it, when they do get it, since you are leaving them space. And this meaning that you'll probably meet up to them right there. You'll meet up right there. And you won't end up doing shit, because you just keep possession here while you're chasing him over here. But you essentially just lost all that space. There's no point. That's not how you do the 1-1s. This is more of a selfish play. As you see, he ends up taking all that space because he does have the whole wing to himself. Gets the cross. Crosses are very crucial. You shouldn't be letting that happen as a defense. I assume the black team is France, because the other team is just, no, the black team is Germany, because that's the one that's lacking the most. Yeah, now you see, same error. That's gonna be right there. That's the reason they got scored right there. Giving the player space on the wing. Gets passed. Nobody's pressuring this guy. This guy. He gets all the space up the field. This guy gets the space. It only takes two people getting space to score a goal. And what's weird about this game is, it doesn't matter if the defender is right next to the shooter. What really matters is how much ping this guy has. This guy might have 9 ms. This guy might have 100 ms. And obviously, the ball's going to go to the 9 ms player. It's one first touch. So this guy, the goalkeeper, gets a good pass. Oh my god, he's wide. Runs it down the wing. With this guy having to chase him down with that line. It's just horrible. You can argue that this defender should have blocked the cross, but no, the defender should have intercepted the pass, really. This is a ping issue right here. Whoever has the lowest ping wins this, because they are fairly close to each other. He obviously gets the first touch, and bam. This guy, he also made a mistake. Don't have 100% confidence that you're going to get the ball from the cross. Because if you have 100% confidence, the ball's coming in like this. And the other players over here next to you in the same spot, you're going to be expected to get it, right? So that means you're going to be moving up away from the yellow player. But no, what you're actually doing is you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know what's going to happen. And there's no risk for the striker to be doing this, because he's not defending, but you have everything to risk. And you decide to actually be that aggressive on a cross. What should have happened here? Look at how far up he is. The defender should not be expecting to get the ball, so he should be moving back in case the striker decides to take an angle here, take an angle there. The defender will always meet him there or block the goal. You won't be blocking the goal if you're over here because you thought you were going to get the ball. But the striker has nothing to lose. He can just go anywhere he wants because he thinks he's going to get the ball. You're just expected to meet him if he does get the ball. But if you don't get the ball, you're expected to play it back. You're even supposed to make space as a defender if you get the ball here, and then you clear it. Come on, man. He gets that space, bangs it, goal. Goalkeeper, questionable positioning there, but it is a top left corner, top right corner, so not much you can do. Actually, yeah, that was a bit laggy. Yeah. Ball's coming from this angle. You're on the left side of it. Oh, hold on. Let's see this angle. Doing pretty good. He's doing good. kill, he keeps his momentum going left. And what that does, it makes him lose momentum when he wants to change directions or acceleration, because he has to decelerate from the left and then go back to the right, and that's just a waste of time. When you gotta be standing still, basically, expecting any of these corners. But that was mostly defense. Even letting it get in the box. Session here, pretty good. That's just lacking in marking. I don't know what he did there. I know what he did here. Basically, my man's was, he was following good. They were both going the same way. But what happens here is, for some reason, he decides to lose all momentum and do a little path like that. Pathing in this game will fuck you up, because literally he's taking this path and he gets that advantage on you. Like, imagine these are the same length lines, and yeah, you're losing space to him, because now he can just run it wide, and this guy has to stay on him because you can't leave him open. So little mistakes like these, just barely moving like that, will actually end up making you lose space right there. He runs it wide here. He does lose. See another mistake. Yep, right there. He does like a little like that when he's running straight, and he catches him because he makes up for it. This mistake as a striker is just, he was probably just pressured to look this way. But man, there's better ways to look right rather than to change your whole pathing like that just to look right. You gotta capitalize off of this man's mistake. You gotta keep running it. And what can this man do? He just has to follow you. You can't do anything about it because he made the mistake first. But if you make the mistake twice, you make the second mistake, you're back on equal footing. Even worse, you lose it. Alright, this defender right here, being too aggressive. I think he's supposed to be the center mid, but him being too aggressive got this defender actually lost on whether he should go here or stay mid. He should stay mid, but you're losing space, man. Like, if this guy ends up getting space to make that pass, that's another goal, possibly, or another cross. Extremely crucial. Watching the wings. In my opinion, center mid is the most important position in the game, basically, because you're covering for defense. And you have to know, you have to have that game sense to know where you should be at what time. I guarantee you, most of the losses you see is because of the center mid not helping the defense. Like you see right here, he seems to be the center mid, and they're doing alright, you see? That's how it should be done. This is why they don't end up scoring on them, this man is gonna stop him. This man's gonna stop this man. And he's gonna end up covering him because that's an offside trap. He's got to move back down because of the pressure. That's exactly what's gonna happen. Alright, he's pushing up. He doesn't go for the trap. They don't risk getting trapped. And they're contained. Nothing to be done here. They gotta play it back. They're on equal footing once again because the center mid did an excellent job at getting back. So now they're back at the 4v4. Oh, by the way, I'm not gonna... This is solely positioning. I'm not gonna comment on any of these little mistakes, like him touching the ball that way. I'm not gonna comment on those because those are mechanics. Mechanics don't really matter. I'm gonna be quite honest. It's really just game sense and positioning. Doesn't take much will or brain power to just hit the ball forward. Again, man. Let's see what's the issue here. There it is. This guy, for some reason, being pushed up. That's the issue right there. Center mid once again. He gets all that space. Right here, a little confusion. Please, man, just mark him. Like a team, just mark him. Tell this guy you're gonna get this guy, and tell that guy to get that guy. It's not that hard. But yeah, in my opinion, better let this guy catch up. That is his mistake, by the way, to let him catch up instead of you compromising the last of the defense for this fucking useless crap right there. Like he has, this guy is in a useless spot. If they pass to him, they're losing time. He loses this advantage. So yeah, just let him catch up. This guy should have been covering this guy. They should have been one-to-one marking, despite that guy having the disadvantage. That's a center mid. That's a two-player play. Right here, 2 players. Don't know why there's 3 players here. Center mid needs to get back. Striker needs to stay there. Center mid not going back makes them lose all that space. Yeah. It's just a walk-in simulator, by the way. Someone makes a very stupid mistake and they never learn from it because, you know, it's a Roblox soccer game. Nobody really cares. It's just about who can do the most fancy moves. Nobody really pays attention to the players that actually play the game properly. It's all about who can dribble the best, who can dribble more than 3 guys. Won't make much comment on specific players because I'm just not that type of guy. And as I said earlier, it's a marking mistake right there. Should be in front of him. Runs it down the wing, gets all that space. Perfect. Perfect from white team. Like, you can see the mistakes from now on. They're all the same mistakes, and nobody ever learns from them. And what sucks is, what entices like this very aggressive, like center mid mentality is just that. It's just that 1-0. That's all that causes it. Or just simply being 0-0. Like, oh, I gotta make the first move. I gotta get the advantage. No, dude. You crack, you lose. Can't get greedy. It's all about capitalizing mistakes. There goes a mistake. It's always the wings, man. I'm telling you. Wings are the magic. Not much to be said. To be quite honest, all these Roblox soccer games look the same. Oh, let's see here. That's very fatal. Whatever happened there. Nope. Well, I already see the problem. He is on pretty equal footing. Or was. What happened here is this man is looking at him for some reason. That means his POV makes his line all shaky, because when you turn your camera, you do that, like, or either that. You end up moving your line. Just go back as straight as possible, because what the attacker is going to be doing, he's not going to be looking at you, or you. He's just going to be running. You gotta match that. You have to match that. And that always bites you. No matter if that happens all the way from back there, it will bite you. Look at that wide. Gets chopped. Very simple football. Nothing complicated going on here, by the way. Football's a simple game. This is not a sport in my eyes, to be honest. Nobody's running faster than someone. It's just positioning here. In real life, people just fucking outrun the defenders, man. They don't give a shit. But here, people are just stupid. You run the same speed. Let's see what happens. That's it. This guy had no trust on the center mid, so he goes to help him. And guess what? Joe Mama comes down the lane and bites you in the ass because you left that fucking space open. Goal. That's 2-0, by the way. That's the whole game. It's the whole game right there. They don't change it from that. They're probably pissed by now. They actually probably get worse because it's 2-0 in the finals, and they're like thinking, oh man, we gotta score. Oh man, we gotta score. It's also a mind game. Don't let the fucking 9-year-olds screaming at you fucking get to you. This is a long ass video, by the way. Peace out.